Since 2003, Academy of Whole Learning has addressed the educational needs of students who learn differently. Today, we pride ourselves on offering world-class education. But we are so much more than a school. We take a holistic approach to the individual. In addition to academics, we teach social, emotional, behavioral, and life skills. Each of our distinct departments intersect to create a comprehensive environment that supports the whole person. Our school offers nationally acclaimed individualized education. Our behavior department teaches skills to ensure student success in the classroom and beyond. Our clinic offers comprehensive therapeutic services. Our enrichment program extends educational opportunities beyond the school day. And our adult education program continues teaching necessary skills for adulthood. Beyond the parameters of our school, we are now able to address special needs in our community. In addition to serving our students, our community-based clinic is open to the general public. Similarly, our adult education program helps young adults live their most independent, productive, and self-actualized lives. Our enrichment program also invites students from the broader community to participate in engaging social, academic, and athletic activities. Our goal as an organization is to help those we serve develop the skills to reach their full potential. Because our departments are intensely collaborative, we are uniquely positioned to meet the special needs of our community. Please keep watching to learn more about our transformative services.
Our belief in the importance of addressing the whole individual is supported by our school's collaborative structures and processes. Our low teacher-to-student ratio allows us to create individualized academic and behavioral goals for each student. We allocate direct teaching time not only for core academic standards, but also for executive functioning and social-emotional skills. These skills are reinforced throughout the day to promote application beyond the classroom. Our professional learning teams continuously use data to identify the students' needs, discuss best practices, and develop instructional strategies. Unlike many traditional classroom environments, our school deliberately designs our classrooms to supply highly individualized accommodations. Our integrative approach allows us to help each student reach their full potential.
School behavior therapists focus on social-emotional learning and executive functioning skills at each grade level. Drawing upon rigorous training, they expertly create individual concrete goals for each student. By continuously analyzing classroom data, they implement appropriate interventions, monitor progress, and evaluate each student's individual needs. Our model is unique because our behavior therapists work within our classrooms alongside academic teaching staff. This means that they're working with the same students daily to achieve behavioral goals that are crucial to effective learning. Behavior therapists are an essential part of our unique educational model, partnering with our teachers to address the holistic needs of our students.
Clinical Services provides comprehensive support for our clients ages 2 to adulthood. Individual services we offer are diagnostic assessments, which determine potential diagnoses and generate service recommendations. Psychotherapy, which addresses mental health concerns, and intensive behavior intervention, which focuses on increasing skill deficits and decreasing disruptive behaviors. These services are offered in-home, in our clinic, and in the community. The group services that we offer are social skills groups and therapeutic groups. Our clinical services are unique because in addition to functioning as an independent clinic, we work in conjunction with the school to teach and maintain school readiness skills. We individualize every client's treatment to meet their unique needs.
The enrichment programs we offer give our students and those within our community an opportunity to build on the skills they learn in the classroom. After-school clubs, summer programs, and community-based instruction are all extensions of the school day. Many students may not have participated in these activities within a typical public school setting, but through collaboration with our school and behavior staff, we're able to give students the individualized support that they need. With experienced professionals on hand to guide and support, we provide a safe and inclusive environment for students to step out of their comfort zone and try something new. This allows students to create new friendships, practice social skills, build self-confidence, be a part of a team, and so much more. These experiences are a vital part of social and emotional development.
Adult education programming helps young adults ages 18 to 26 develop skills, mindsets, and confidence to enter into the adult world. And we recognize as learners grow into adulthood, they must purposefully begin to build their lives outside of the four walls of a school. Because of this, the parameters of our programming are not necessarily defined by age, federal mandate, or even disability category, but rather by the needs and the interests of the individual learners themselves. For example, we might focus on activities like preparing for a job interview, having a roommate, doing laundry, or conducting an apartment search. Using research-based assessments as our guide, our tailored and hands-on approach helps pinpoint the areas for growth most necessary to help young adults live their most independent, productive, and self-actualized lives.
Thank you for IQ Commercial Real Estate.
We would like to thank the Higgins family for their sponsorship of Minds of All Kinds. Their sponsorship helps pay for things like mental health supports and scholarships for our students. One thing I love about Academy of Whole Learning is my friends. And one thing I love is learning about social studies. Thank you, Higgins family!
Thank you, Robert and Terry Crosby of the Longview Foundation.
Thank you, Twin Cities Fit.
Thanks, Ryan, for sponsoring our school.
Thank you for donating to us.
We are thankful. Thank you, Kasra, for supporting Academy of Whole Learning.
You're supporting Goose Bailey. Thank you!
Thank you.
Say thank you so much.
We're done.
Okay.
Thank you, Voya.
Thank you, JJS Property Management, for your sponsoring. Thank you for donating to Lake Tullaby High School classroom.
Your sponsorships help provide for our students and staff here at the high school.
Thank you.
Thank you, Grubka family, for supporting OWL.
Thank you so much, Old National Bank.
Thank you, Murray's Road Agency, for sponsoring our school.
Thank you for sponsoring William Barron Cheer.
Thank you, Rasmussen Dental.
Thank you for supporting the Academy of Whole Learning.
Thank you, HGA, for supporting our school.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Smarter HSA. We appreciate all you do for our school.
Thanks, Justin Press, for supporting Academy of Whole Learning.
Thank you, family orthodontics. You take such good care of my teeth.
Thank you, Groves Academy.
Thank you, Cordon Infancy Agency. We appreciate all you do for our school.
Thank you, Chess at 3.
Thank you, Look and See Eye Clinic. You take such good care of my eyes.
I started at AOWL in September, just a few weeks after the beginning of the school year. Prior to starting, I was both excited and curious to see how this COVID school year would be for students and staff alike. My curiosity quickly turned into amazement as I watched our students at AOWL working unbelievably hard to adjust to the new normal our world was quite literally thrust into. While this adjustment has certainly not been easy for any of us, it has been profoundly humbling to see how adaptive these kids can be in the face of such a drastic change to our world. Every day, every single day that I come to work on site, I'm inspired by our students' dedication to safety and health of themselves and everyone around them. But most of all, I'm inspired by their dedication to continue learning. I'm inspired by the students who have a difficult day or a difficult class because even though the day or class is difficult and maybe they just really want to give up, they still strive to work their very best, to not give up and to continue moving on. In a world where everything is even more uncertain than we have ever known, it is truly empowering to see our students continue moving forward. The student who struggles all day because they fear COVID will never go away. The student who is moving just a little slower than normal because of feeling overwhelmed with all the changes being made for safety. The student who needs extra movement breaks. These are the same students who are still asking questions and working on their assignments bit by bit. These are the same students who are working incredibly hard to maintain some level of normalcy within the school. I've been so honored to be able to be a part of AOWL this school year.
Welcome to the 2021 Academy of Whole Learning Minds of All Kinds. We missed you at last year's Mind of All Kinds event, so we're excited to see you. We wish you could all be together in the same room. We'll do that next year. My name is Dr. Wyan Rasmussen, the Executive Director of Academy of Whole Learning. I have the privilege of co-hosting this event with Jonah, a junior here at AOWL. Tonight, we're going to celebrate this past year. Now, I know that sounds odd. Why should we celebrate a pandemic, racial strife, a turbulent election, a year with so much struggling and loss? While we honor and mourn the losses and continue the work towards equity, we can also celebrate the positives. Our community, the students, teachers, therapists, our staff, and you, the families, have shown us a resilience we couldn't have imagined. That's a huge positive. Beyond bouncing back from the numerous challenges of this last year, I've seen our students leap forward, not just recover and get back to where they were. Jonah, I bet you have a story about how you faced a setback this year and came out ahead.
Wait, I do? Oh, please. Of course I do. So, hi everyone, I'm Jonah. As Dr. Ryan noted before, I'm a junior here at Academy of Whole Learning. At my previous school, I wasn't accepted for who I was. Being here at Academy of Whole Learning has made me feel so much better and more confident about myself. For example, prior to AOWL, I didn't really know myself as well as I thought I did. I kept questioning myself thousands of times. AOWL is an inclusive place where my friends and teachers accept me for who I am. Whenever I'm at school, I know I can always rely on them to not judge me for who I am as a person. Since COVID hit, I have learned so much about myself both in and outside of school. I have discovered a part of me that actually has been hidden inside, waiting to be discovered and shown to the whole world. And I am truly so thankful for my friends and teachers here at AOWL. Thank you all for helping me grow and learn each and every day.
That's awesome, Jonah. Thank you for sharing that. That ability to confront difficulties, build the skills to face them, and to move through them, not around them, is key to our vision here at Academy of Whole Learning. From the very beginning, the families who started AOWL in 2004 had a vision for how neurodiverse learners could move forward and view themselves as fully capable. We've weathered the recession of 2008, the moves to 4 different buildings as our programming grew, and then last year, just as we were poised to buy a new forever home, COVID hit. But that didn't stop us.
Oh no, it didn't.
The adaptability and creativity of our staff was incredible. We met our students where they were and supported them through an incredibly difficult year. Students continued to learn, grow, and develop. Tonight, you'll hear how your support unlocks the potential of each one of our students and clients.
You know, I've been kind of thinking about it. Maybe we should create some sort of award or something, you know? Like the Bouncy Ball Award or Spring Forward Award. Actually, you know what? I have to go work on that right now.
Jonah? Well, I'm sure he'll come back, at some point anyways. Back to tonight. We're here to celebrate and also to support the Academy. While we do earn revenue, we are a nonprofit. If we charge the full cost for our various services, those vital supports would be out of reach for many. That's why we're here to ask you to help us, and in turn help the entire community. By raising $100,000 to support all of our programs and provide essential scholarships and financial aid to those in need. You can see on your screen the progress towards our goal. And you can give at any point throughout the evening. That's one nice benefit of being virtual.
Oh my gosh, I'm back. Did you miss me?
Well, yes.
Sorry, my ADHD got in the way again.
I was just telling everyone that what we were raising money for.
Oh, come on, I love that part.
The funds we were raising are absolutely essential for our day-to-day operating needs and to allow more people access to the education they
They're
deserve.
for the essential work we do every day at the school, you know. To Bridge the Gap summer camp, ABLE therapy services, and of course, our new adult education program led by our very own special Mr. Mike. He's actually pretty cool.
And any gift of any size matters. One more thing before we dive into our storytelling.
Aw, I don't know about you, but I love a good story. Can we skip that whatever and just go to the stories?
Well, I love it too, Jonah. Tonight, as we celebrate minds of all kinds, we're going to hear parents and students tell their own stories of facing challenges, learning, and moving forward. Peg, Mike, and Owen Kusha, let's start with you.
Oh my gosh, I love Owen.
Welcome to the 2021 Virtual Minds of All Kinds fundraiser benefiting the Academy of Whole Learning. Thank you for joining us to celebrate this fantastic, one-of-a-kind organization. My name is Mike Kusha. My wife Peg and I are here tonight to share our son Owen's story. Owen is a junior in Miss Kelly's Lake Tullaby classroom. He will complete his 5th year at the Academy of Whole Learning this month. Owen, a lover of YouTube, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, anything anime, penguins, video games, donuts, and hugs.
Imagine being told while pregnant that your child has a birth defect. Owen was born with a congenital diaphragmatic hernia, given a 60% chance of survival. Imagine being whisked away from your parents at birth so doctors could put you on a ventilator because you could not breathe on your own. Imagine not being held by your parents until you were 8 days old and spending almost 6 weeks in the neonatal intensive care unit. Now imagine never sleeping, always crying, and always needing to be held. Chronic respiratory issues with multiple doctor appointments, emergency room visits, nebulizer treatments, antibiotics, and rounds of oral steroids. This was how Owen began his life. Imagine Mike and I realizing that something was not quite right with our child. Owen was different from other kids. He hated loud sounds, never played with toys, and wasn't really ever happy. He preferred to play alone with his Lego characters or stuffed animals. And at the age of 2.5, we were told Owen is on the autism spectrum and presents with a multisensory integration disorder. Sensory integration disorder is when the body's senses fail to respond properly to the outside world. Have you ever worn a shirt or pair of pants with a label that annoys you so much you need to cut it out? Have you ever been so overstimulated that you wore a hat to minimize sounds? Do you cry when you get a haircut, shower, or nail trim? Imagine that this is your normal. Every day, a challenge.
Imagine from the beginning of preschool and into elementary school, Owen lagged behind his peers socially, academically, and emotionally. Owen had trouble understanding even simple social cues, and he could not keep up with the pace of his schoolwork. Every day, he would come home crying and dysregulated. Emotional fatigue and anxiety happened whether Owen was processing a stressful event or simply worn out from holding it together in class. Once home, he would need time to decompress. We'd calm him down with lots of big hugs, reading lots of books, and constant visits to the playground. Imagine how Owen felt at school on a daily basis. Ignored, bullied, belittled, ridiculed. On the bus, in the classroom, at lunch, on the playground, not invited to join others, teased to his face, and talked about behind his back. Kids wondering, when would he stop crying? Wondering, why did he wear pajamas? He felt very alone. We then realized that public school was never going to work for Owen. and he needed more individualized support.
Imagine Owen's sister Lily, 2 years older than Owen, growing up surrounded by the chaos. Owen's diagnosis and behaviors affected Lily greatly. As a sophomore in college, she has major social anxiety and debilitating depression. Owen's dysregulation has affected our entire family. We've sought specialists, specific therapies, grasping at anything to give Owen a more adjusted, well-rounded life. Our son remained chronically dysregulated. Upon starting middle school, he became even more anxious and depressed. By December of 6th grade, Owen had dropped most of his classes and was put in a special education resource room. Here he spent 4 hours a day in a windowless room away from all but a few other students. Owen was in crisis. Our family was in crisis. We couldn't find a solution. We were worried for our son and we were worried for our family. I was asked to join a neighbor on a tour of Academy of Whole Learning. I remember walking out after the tour in awe. Here was a school with small class sizes and specialized teachers who took a different approach. Owen's application was submitted and our family was elated to learn he had been accepted into the 7th grade class.
So imagine how excited we are to give Owen a chance of a lifetime. How lucky to have this small specialized school so close to our home. How lucky we are to give Owen every advantage available to become a happy, successful young adult. The teachers and staff embraced Owen. It took almost 3 years of their patience, love, and kindness to get Owen's emotional regulation on the correct path. 3 years for him to cease crying daily from anxiety and unhappiness. 3 years of trusting we did the right thing and the faith that OWL was the right choice. Fast forward to the past 2 years. Owen has grown literally and figuratively into a new young man. He fights anxiety and depression daily, but receives unwavering support from the staff at the Academy of Whole Learning. Weekly on-site therapy has boosted Owen's self-confidence, taught him how to regulate his powerful emotions. The school clinic connection means greater communication between the teacher and clinician and greater success for Owen. No more driving to therapy. Owen's appointments are planned specifically around his day. Owen is a thriving young man who now has friends. He's accepted for who he is. He's the artist, the unique kid who just wants to be hugged.
Our family can now embrace and look forward to Owen's future. As Owen turns 18 and is about to become a senior, we are excited to begin his plans for this future. Post-graduation, Owen would like to attend the Academy of Whole Learning Adult Education Program to continue developing his life skills and continue mastering his independence. We wish to extend sincere gratitude and admiration to the entire staff, teachers, therapists, students, and parents of the Academy of Whole Learning. No longer do we feel alone and isolated in this journey with Owen. We've made lifelong friends who know exactly what it's like to raise a child on the spectrum. They understand Owen much prefers a hug to a traditional hello, and they accept his hugs graciously and without hesitation. Imagine if all of you watching this evening chose to donate to this fantastic school, chose to change a child's life, chose to believe in all the Owens out there in the world. Thank you for being a part of Owen's journey tonight. And Owie, we love you always. Please join Mike and I in support of Academy of Whole Learning.
I'm Owen Kusha. I am a student at the Academy of Whole Learning. Before I came to OWL, I hated every minute of my school career. It was not fun, and it didn't work out for me. But now I'm here. I really like the teachers here because they actually acknowledge my needs and not just ignore them. I've been here about 5 years now and I really like it here. I've met a lot of great people here and made a bunch of friends actually. During art class, I've actually have connected with people through my art, I guess. and people actually like my art style and compliment it. And it makes me really happy that my artwork is praised so much. I do both virtual and traditional art. This is one I'm working on so far. I have a huge interest in the anime art style, and I really adore Pokemon, so here it is. So basically those are two monsters from a card game called Yu-Gi-Oh! And then there's just a little character I drew. Basically I decided, I should redesign the gym leaders from Pokemon. So here is the first generation. This place is a lot better for me because every day whenever I woke up before I came to Owl, I just dreaded the thought of having to wake up in the morning and actually go to school. It was always like a challenge, but now waking up in the morning is easier because I know I can go to a good school.
Thank you, Peg, Mike, and Owen. That was amazing. I'm always in awe of the artwork our students create.
Same thing. He's just, honestly, he's an amazing artist. Like, he drew me last year and it was spot on. But oh yeah, the donations are rolling in. And remember, this year we have a fantastic double match. For every $1 you can give, it turns into $2. Well, actually, can I turn into my paycheck for work? Mom, can you give me a paycheck for that?
Well, I doubt if she's gonna double your allowance.
Fine.
Now let's get on with AOL therapy services. We've seen a wonderful growth in our clinic. We offer behavioral mental health therapy as well as rehabilitation therapy. We are one of only a few Twin Cities therapy providers to bring mental health, social, emotional, behavioral, physical, occupational, and speech therapy together in a single location. Let's hear from Aki and Richard about their son's journey with AOL therapy services.
Hi, I'm Aki.
And I'm Rich.
We're the parents of an amazing Academy of Whole Learning 7th grader named Kai. We're here to share our experience with the clinic-school partnership. Nearly 4 out of every 5 children with autism have at least one mental health condition. The school-clinic partnership is not something that is nice to have. It's critical for kids like ours to be successful. Kai's therapy session with Katie, his therapist each week, unlocks his potential for the entire week.
Kai was diagnosed with autism at age 3 and generalized anxiety disorder at age 6. When we started therapy, we were optimistic at first, but we quickly saw how broken everything really was. His therapist didn't really have a relationship with the school, didn't have any influence with the teacher, and just didn't really appreciate how anxiety and autism showed up in the classroom. Meanwhile, his teacher just wasn't trained in mental health, much less anxiety. And so Kai just got more and more anxious every day, and it got to a point where he was throwing up every day before school. He was literally too sick to go to school. He was scared sick to go to school. Now, at the Academy of Whole Learning, we're seeing what real life magic is. It's one team, it's one dream. That team is led by Katie, his therapist, and the entire school and the therapy and what we're doing at home is really reinforcing each other. Anxiety can be all-consuming for Kai. I've seen him not be able to relate to people, not be able to learn. The skills and the strategies that Katie's been working with him on, they're really starting to really help in the classroom and beyond. It's really getting him to a place where his body and brain can be ready to learn, and it's because those skills are being reinforced in a variety of settings.
Before Academy of Whole Learning, there were many evenings at home with Kai crying about field trips or assemblies. He would say, "They don't listen to me, Mom. I'm scared and they don't listen to me." As a mother, it is heartbreaking to know that your child is not fully seen or supported. I felt horrible dropping him off at school each day. We had to give up many things because of Kai's anxiety. We said no to many gatherings, friend birthday parties, family parties, weddings. The unpredictability of large gatherings with lots of noise was too much for Kai. It is isolating to not be able to attend functions, but it didn't matter to us. When we would go to comfort him at those gatherings, we could feel his little heart beating out of his chest. We could not subject him to that kind of stress. Children like Kai with multiple diagnoses who need help the most have the hardest time finding a therapist who understands all of the conditions they face. When I think of Kai's autism and anxiety, I think of a Venn diagram. Kai's therapist understands autism and she understands anxiety. But the reason she is a superhero to our family is because of how she understands where they intersect and how they interact with one another.
I feel so good about where Kai is now. We can never turn off the anxiety in him. It's not a light switch, but I do know he's super excited to get to school in the morning. He's become an expert in weather apps and traffic apps because he doesn't want anything to get in the way of getting to school on time. And we've come a long way from where he was before. I think for us, it's really become a thing where the Academy of Whole Learning asks parents what their goals are for Kai every year. And we talk about Kai making friends and being able to enjoy the world around him. And we see that happening, and we have hope now because of the progress he's making.
In 6th grade, just 21 months after Kai was literally throwing up as we approached his school each morning, Kai not only went on a field trip, but he had fun. I could cry thinking about this day. It was the realization of everything I knew was possible for him. He had gotten further in 4.5 months of therapy at Academy of Whole Learning than he had in the 2 years before that. When I asked him about that day, he said, "I actually had fun. Field trips aren't so bad. I think I can trust the strategies I learned with Katie." Kai continues to amaze us. He is currently participating in 2 clubs with teachers and high school friends he had never met before. Last year, my sister and our family attended the ice castles and stayed out until 11 o'clock. Going to a new place with family and changing our schedule, this is real success for Kai. The clinic is also open to the community, and right now our clinic has a considerable wait list. There is a major need in the Twin Cities for a clinic that specializes in the work that we do. When COVID hit last spring, there was a huge increase in demand for clinic services. And Academy of Whole Learning stepped up and provided free psychotherapy to families without insurance coverage. Academy of Whole Learning doesn't give up on anyone. This is an organization worthy of your support. They provide services to people who need it the most. If you'd like to make a donation, I encourage you to support this incredible nonprofit organization. Thank you for your commitment to people with neurodiversities and for making the world a better place for people like Kai.
Wow, thank you so much, Aki and Richard, for sharing your family's journey.
Okay, I don't quite have the award done yet, but actually figured out yet. It's still in the process. But anyway, in the meantime, too much sitting. It's time for a recharge. Here are the kids from Temperance Classroom. They'll tell you what to do. This next video is created fully by them, produced, directed, written, and edited.
Hello, I'm Asa.
I'm Francis.
And I'm Maggie. We're middle school students at Academy of Whole Learning.
We're here to tell you why recharges are the best thing since sliced bread in a can. May not exist yet, but you know what does exist? Recharges.
Recharges are activities where we play games, move around, and relieve stress. Usually they last around 10 minutes and give our brains a break. They help keep our stress levels down and keep us ready for learning.
That's right. With all the learning, you, I, and a person of your choice may be able to make sliced bread in a can in the future.
The reason why we do recharges is because it helps freshen our minds for the next thing in the school day. So without further ado, here's an example of a recharge. Follow along, we're in a quick break 2.
Sit down if you're on the phone.
Stand up if you like pizza.
Sit down if you like video games.
Stand up if you have pets.
Sit down if you like Pokemon.
Stand if you like technology.
Sit down if you have siblings.
Stand up if you like to do yoga.
Sit down if you like to be outside.
Stand up if you're at home.
Sit down if you like SpongeBob.
Stand up if you like computers.
Sit down if you have glasses.
Stand up if you like cartoons.
Sit down if you are hungry.
Stand up if you are on a computer.
Sit down if you like to play Minecraft.
Stand up if you love Academy of Whole Learning.
Oh, that
What was
fun.
that last one? I forgot.
For those of you at home, maybe not something you get to do every day. Academy of Whole Learning parent Sarah Bevan has another powerful story to share.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I have a 7th grader at the Academy of Whole Learning. I am honored to be here this evening to share our story with you. My son Mason spent the first 5 years of his educational journey in public school setting. We were blessed with some amazing teachers and paraeducators. But even with the laws in place to try and protect and serve kiddos with special needs, the public school model is not and cannot be designed for every kiddo. But I didn't always have a choice. When we moved to the Twin Cities from Seattle, AL wasn't in a position to offer financial aid, and I wasn't in a position to be able to afford tuition without assistance. So I had to compromise, and I found what I thought was the next best thing for Mason. I enrolled Mason, and he almost immediately began to slip through the cracks. School became more babysitting than education. It was painfully obvious that this setting wasn't going to help prepare him socially, emotionally, or academically for the world. I helplessly watched the gap getting bigger, and I knew the consequences were going to be irreversible very soon. But being in school 6 hours a day left no time to supplement for the other therapies he needed. Mason cried most mornings, begging me not to take him. He had no friends, ate lunch alone. He experienced little successes on a daily basis. It was lonely. Every day I picked him up, I could see his self-esteem fading, and I knew I had to make a change. We all strive to find our tribe in life. We look to connect with people who share our sense of humor and our interests. They become our community. We feel safe doing hard things and learning new skills because we know if we fall, our tribe will help us get back up, brush ourselves off, and try again. But Mason didn't have a tribe. His peers knew he was different and excluded him. Even some teachers excluded him. He had no one to play with at recess, no matter how many times he walked up to a kid and said, "Hi, my name's Mason. Do you want to play tag?" I was out of options and I had to do something. So I decided to go back to the Academy of Whole Learning. They had been able to start a financial aid program. I literally started to cry when Paul told me that they did have the ability to offer families financial aid. Thanks to the amazing support of many generous donors, like all of you taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. My prayers were answered and we started the school year with such relief. I thought Mason was finally in a setting where he could thrive. Everyone was working incredibly hard to make the transition success, but they quickly identified that Mason was missing some foundational skills. I felt numb as the team explained to me their observations. In that meeting, Dr. Wyan took the time to explain to me how regulation in a student's day is the foundation and bridge to education. It's literally the Academy of Whole Learning's logo, and Mason was missing these skills. I felt like a failure as a mom. Was it too late? Maybe I hadn't intervened soon enough. Maybe I hadn't realized in time how big the gaps were. But they saw my pain and my willingness to do anything for Mason to fix this. They didn't think I was a bad mom. They didn't think he was a bad kid. They saw that he was a great kid who didn't have the skills to navigate his environment and be successful. They cared enough about truly designing and delivering the all-encompassing model that would support children on the journey of regulation before education. So they presented a plan. In order to address these paralyzing challenges Mason was facing, he needed applied behavioral therapy, or ABA. To make that happen, we would need to find a qualified ABA therapist, and we'd need to navigate insurance coverage to put in place full-day one-on-one support. They stood by us, and we worked as a team. Everything started to fall into place. The school worked diligently to hire a qualified therapist to work with Mason, and we jumped through every hoop insurance could throw at us. Even though the need to expand the therapy center presented itself ahead of their projected timeline, the Academy of Whole Learning was willing to fight with me and jumped at the opportunity to assess and readjust. It took over 2 months to get the supports in place to bring Mason back into the classroom, but no one was giving up. Once we were back at school, the team continued to adjust and support Mason's journey. They worked with us both to build skills and support his success at school. The teachers and therapists communicated closely with each other to help Mason keep thriving and moving forward. Today, Mason truly has almost fully conquered regulation before education and has the tools to realign when things get challenging. Actions speak louder than words. Any academic institution or program can say they are amazing. Academy of Whole Learning walked their talk and built a program based on the not so perfectly timed opportunity presented by one little boy. This journey has been almost 2 years of intense intervention and support in the academic setting. But I now have a happy, confident little boy who looks forward to going to school. Mason truly believes that he is smart and capable. He's excited to start every day, and the best part is when I pick him up and ask him how his day was, I almost always get the same answer. Amazing. He is surrounded by a team whose faces all look back at him, saying, "You can do this, you're smart, you're capable, you're special." Mason has found his tribe, friends who support and celebrate each other on their unique journeys. None of this would have been possible without the generosity of donors who see an opportunity to be part of something bigger. Academy of Whole Learning changes the trajectory of these students' lives. I hope that our story helps you understand how being part of helping Academy of Whole Learning grow equates to helping more families whose children are just surviving when they could be with their tribe thriving.
What's your favorite thing about the Academy of Whole Learning?
Friends, my friends.
Yeah?
Because they're fun to play with.
Nice. Does it make you happy to go to school and play with friends?
Yeah, it's fun. And play Minecraft games with them at school, at recess. It's fun.
Make-believe games?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your other favorite thing to do with them in gym?
Play games.
Yeah.
And can it be done?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. We are proud to be a part of Mason's journey. Jonah, how is that award coming along?
I told you, I'm not done with it yet. I'm still working on it. Well, now can we get to the part about the graduates? I'm really excited about that. Even though it'll be sad not to see them anymore, they'll still be an alumni in a couple of weeks. And early graduates to you all. You guys are awesome. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Hello, my name is Zoe. I've been going to Academy of Whole Learning since 6th grade when we were in the old building. We had classes that helped us prepare for the future. One thing I'm really excited about my future is I get to go to college in Iowa, experience what college is like. Advice I would give to younger students here is enjoy your time here, and if you're having a tough time, talk to somebody. Like, somebody in the school will understand what you're going through, and if you're having a hard day, people will understand that.
Hi, my name is Eve. I'm a 2021 graduate, and I'm gonna sing a song at my graduation after my speech. In my future, one of the lessons I'm gonna teach some of mine are how we have to treat others with respectful words. I can't wait to join Mr. Mike's program and Adam and Connor next year. I'll be in the adult program, and those two old pals of mine will be reunited with me, just like the Three Musketeers. We'll be back together forever.
Hello, my name is Sal Strandis, and I am a 2021 Academy of Whole Learning graduate. It has helped me in many ways, such as putting myself in an environment where I can be ready for the jobs I will have growing up. I'm very thankful for where I am now, and it gives me a learning path that I can succeed in really well. I think I'm most excited about living independently, living on my own, and kind of giving myself that time to think of where I am in society, what jobs I want to apply for, what future plans I have, if I want to have family, or, something like that. If you ever feel left out, feel like you're struggling academically, just know that I was once in your shoes and I got through it, and I believe you can get through it as well.
I'm Bennett, and I'm graduating this year. I think the Academy of Whole Learning has been very helpful in transitioning to adulthood and things like that, and like very supportive. And I think that's what's been helping me. Just relax a little bit and do what you can. And don't worry about every little assignment. It's a little scary, but I'm excited to graduate and like maybe take a little bit of break from school.
Playing sports has helped me a lot. I learned how to be a team player and listen to my coaches.
Woo, man! Woo!
Hi, my name is Zachary Janish, and I'm graduating from Academy of Whole Learning this year, 2021. Academy of Whole Learning has helped me by developing social skills, business skills, and a bunch of other stuff to get me ready to go in and work in the workforce and go to college. I'm excited to continue my education at Mankato State, doing law enforcement. I'm excited to go out into the world and hopefully help people. A piece of advice I would give to any students who are having some trouble in school is to keep your head up, keep working hard, try not to get behind, and if you do, ask for help. The teachers are there to help you.
My name is Erin Smith, and I've been going to Academy of Whole Learning since 5th grade, and now I'm a senior. Academy of Whole Learning helped me get back on track on my academics and helped me feel more comfortable coming out of my shell and making new friends. Now I can do all those things when I'm at college. I would suggest they talk to someone they can trust and not keep their problems bottled up. And rather than focusing on the problem, they can focus on the solution. I'm excited to experience college and make new friends in my class. I'm also looking forward to becoming an occupational therapist assistant and being able to make a difference in my patients' lives. This school has made such a big difference in my life, and I'm so glad that I was able to share that with you. Thank you for listening to my experience.
My name is Nisa. I'm a senior this year. I got a lot of encouragement along the way. My school work and assignments were tailored to my needs. I've learned many social skills such as managing friendship and teamwork. We also worked on some life skills like job interviews, resumes, and even grocery shopping. I would tell them to believe in themselves and keep trying even when things are hard. Sometimes it takes a few tries before we learn a new skill. Before AWL, I struggled to keep up with my schoolwork, and the kids were mean to me, but here I learned to cope with my disability and discover new ways of learning. I'm not sure what career I want to pursue, but I know if I work hard, I will be succeed. I now have the tools to continue learning and developing my skills. My future is bright.
Congratulations to our incredible graduates. Speaking of graduating and going back to our vision, we have a new program this year for young adults 18 to 26 to help them make that transition to independence, not just from a skills perspective, but also from a confidence perspective.
How about this? Well, rather than you tell them about it, can we hear from someone who actually knows about it or actually is in it? Because honestly, you've been talking a lot.
Good idea. Here to tell us more about it are Eris and his mom, Julianne.
I'm Arison. I am a student in the adult education program at the Academy of Whole Learning.
And I am Julianne, and I am the proud mom of Eris. We went to the public school. We did pretty good during elementary school, and then we ended up having to go to middle school. Eris was in 3rd grade at his middle school, and he got bullied extremely bad. He completely shut down. Mentally, emotionally. We ended up having to put him into a mental health facility.
We tried to go to a lot of different schools when we were trying to find a high school that fit, but a lot of them weren't able to properly accommodate me.
Somebody called me up and they said, is there a school? Is there anything for Eris? And I said, well, there is a school. It's called Academy of Whole Learning. I said, but we could never afford to send him there. She said, sign him up. It's paid for. And I know I get like this every time I talk about it because I believe it saved Eris's life, truly, in so many ways. The growth has been amazing for Eris.
I feel that it's helped a lot with me understanding kind of how to better manage my life. A lot of the skills required to get a job, to know what you want to do. No one really teaches it. People just think that everyone knows it. Like, if I want to apply for a job, I need to, make a resume and submit a resume. But if no one teaches me how to make a resume, then how am I supposed to do that? I feel that that's what makes the school really unique, is that it's actively trying to help the people that are in it, instead of just trying to help the students get through it.
And I can see him honestly having a job, living on his own, and I think Academy of Whole Learning has helped in so many ways, giving him the confidence, giving me the confidence, to be honest, in my son. They've taught him so many things. We've been able to apply them in our everyday lives.
If you don't know something, how are you supposed to realize that it's missing? For instance, I'm really good at math. I took calculus in college and I passed it. But there were a lot of things that I didn't know. Because of the fact that I transferred schools a lot, there were a lot of certain aspects within math classes that I didn't know. I wasn't taught that, but I didn't realize that I was missing that kind of knowledge because I didn't even know that knowledge existed. It's the real world experience, which is, in my opinion, one of the best kinds, as no matter how much theoretical knowledge you have, if it can't be applied in the real world, it's just that theoretical knowledge. I'm working on my generals for college. I'm hoping to be able to kind of find something that I'm really passionate about and that I can give my heart to. I want to be able to maintain relationships.
Want to live with mom forever, or do you have any?
No.
I can see Eris's future, and it's really bright. And I would love for the opportunity for more children like us to be able to send their kids to Academy of Whole Learning. It's been honestly a blessing for us.
Eris is my man. I'm so proud of you, Eris. Another one of our top ACT kids, incredibly bright. Eris will carry himself around like he's got a real kind of dark sense of humor. Always jokes about not liking the sun and having his hoodie up. But the truth is, you're my sunshine, Eris. There's just a few of those kids that really just make your day enjoyable. And Eris is somebody that I'm always excited to see. Somebody who I think just absolutely has the world ahead of him and can do anything if he just puts his mind to it.
Thank you, Eris and Julianne. I can't wait until we have dozens and dozens of stories like that. The mission of the Academy is to unlock potential, and we believe this adult education program plays a crucial role in doing that. Of course, programming like this costs money, as do all our programs. We're here tonight to join together to support our operating costs, from programs to salaries to keeping the heat and the lights on. As a nonprofit, we'll always need help from the community to fund our mission. And we thank you in advance for anything you can do to be a part of that support.
You know, I do hear what you're saying, Dr. Ryan, but it's kind of hard to get excited to give money to keep the lights on like this one. Maybe our students have some ideas about why it would be great to donate tonight and get your gifts matched.
That's a good idea, Jonah. Let's hear why our students think it's worthwhile to support the Academy of Whole Learning.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite things about school are my teachers, and I also like learning about social studies.
I get kind of excited to see all my friends and teachers every day.
I love my friends, I love my teachers, and I love Motivate.
I get really excited and really happy. Sometimes I wake up really early to get ready for school, sometimes like 5:45, 5 o'clock.
I like eating lunch with my friends.
My happiest memory in school was getting nice fresh air outside. Swing on the swing so high.
It's just my favorite place to go. I like being with my teachers and my friends.
I like my schoolwork.
Is that your favorite part about school?
Yes.
They're very accepting, kind, and open to new ideas. I was accepted here for who I am, and I think that was really nice.
I say it's a really cool school. You should spend all of your money on it.
I like my teachers.
I like that I actually have friends there.
If I raise my hand if I'm stuck on work, use a fidget to relieve my stress.
I love my friends and learning about social studies in school.
It's a cool, great school.
What I love about my school is I have friends now and teachers help me a lot more in classes.
I really like that I can take breaks when I need one, and I do OT and, speech and PT.
I like playing on the playground.
Everyone is so kind and it's calming, and yeah, that's what I like about my school.
Hello, my name is Courtney. I am the aunt and guardian of Damon, who is an 8th grader at OWL. On behalf of all OWL families, I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for joining us for our very first ever Virtual Minds of All Kinds event. Because of your support and generosity, OWL can continue to offer the support that so many of us need for our little ones. Prior to OWL, Damon did not have a love for school. However, he found it once when I discovered OWL. He previously dealt with a lot of stressors that came from inaccessibility and lack of support from his older schools. It made him lash out a lot, sometimes physically, and he experienced a lot of constant emotional shutdown. Seeing him like this told me that I needed to find something new. And since finding OWL, Damon has developed a level of confidence that you can see from a mile away. He has learned to advocate for himself as well as his emotions in a healthy way. He has discovered that learning in a structured setting doesn't have to be extremely overwhelming. OWL has taught him the fundamentals while allowing him to maintain his independence and encouraging his curiosity. Damon has learned to navigate academic roadblocks very well. He works to solve the problems that he can, and the ones that he can't, he knows to ask for help. Prior to OWL, this was a source of anger and frustration for him, as it would make him upset if he did not know the answers right away. So seeing this progress and growth over the past couple years has made home life so much easier for him. And that makes home life easier for me. School is no longer a draining thing for him, and it means a lot for me to see how much of a positive outlook he has on his current as well as future education. He's excited to finish out his primary years at OWL. And for that, I am grateful, and I would like to thank everyone, teachers, staff, therapists, donors, and families alike, who have created an amazing space for Damon and many kids like him to thrive for years. So thank you.
Wow, Jonah, did you write those scripts for them?
No, but I've written stories, but I would never write this script because it's way too long and I cannot do this.
Well, why should someone give to the Academy of Whole Learning tonight?
Because it gets doubled and it helps students like me. And my paycheck, hopefully. Mom, please.
Any amount a person can give tonight automatically gets doubled until we reach our goal.
And so far, we are making amazing progress toward our goal.
I want to thank everyone watching for all that you're doing to unlock potential for each and every one of our students and clients.
Before I forget, I want to thank all of our sponsors, our platinum sponsors, Frauenschuh Commercial Real Estate, the Higgins family, and Robert and Terry Crosby of the Longview Foundation. Our silver sponsors, Ryan Companies, U.S. Incorporated, the Sloan family, JJS Property Management, Custom Rock, the Grubka family, Twin Cities Fit, and Voyant Financial. And our bronze sponsors, Boyan Berenshire, Zeman, Old National Bank, HGA Architects, Capernaum Pediatric Therapy, Jeffrey Rasmussen Dentistry, McGran, Shea, Carnival, Strawn, and Lamb, Murray Road Agency, the Johnson family, and finally, thanks to all of our sponsors. Oh yeah, we also have a special little thank you for our volunteers.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Goff, the staff co-chair for this year's event.
And I'm Aki, the parent co-chair.
We want to again extend a huge thank you for you all for your support and for joining us tonight.
We also want to give a special thank you to the behind-the-scenes parent and caregiver volunteers who helped make this program possible. We couldn't have done it without you.
Tonight's program will be uploaded to YouTube and will be sent out in a follow-up email. We would love your help spreading the word about the amazing work happening at Academy of Whole Learning. Thank you.
Hey Jonah, how's that award coming?
Oh, for goodness sake, I forgot it again. The Rebound Award. Yes, this thing. Thank you, person. You're a good person. There are so many things that we have rebounded this year. This award is for everyone, our staff, families, clients, students, and everyone watching tonight, basically. Yep, that's you guys. I mean, we are in a global pandemic, so flexibility has kind of been the name of the game, you know? Mask all day, social distancing, virtual hangouts, and virtual learning, and a whole lot of hand sanitizer. And I would also like to present this award to you, Dr. Wyan, because since you started here in 2012, your resiliency for our past 9 years has helped us reach new heights. You have done an amazing job leading us through this challenging past year. For those reasons and many more, you deserve this Rebound Award. I know it's just a beach ball, just go with it.
That's awesome, Jonah. Our Academy of Whole Learning students, clients, staff, and families deserve it.
And one last thing, before you go, we have one special encore video with a sneak peek of our new home.
Purchasing a building is a huge milestone on that journey of turning our vision into a reality. And again, thank you.
Thank you all for sticking around to get a preview of our new building. We are beyond thrilled to have bought our forever home, and we could not have done this without the help of some amazing organizations and supporters. The journey to buying our dream home began 3 years ago, and Frauenschuh Real Estate has worked with us every step of the way. Our board of trustees worked diligently with Frauenschuh, looking at over 50 properties before we found the perfect building site that could be transformed into our forever campus. Frauenschuh's leadership and guidance during this dynamic time in our organization's history has been unwavering and has truly set us up for success. We also want to extend a huge thank you to our architects at HGA and our construction team at Zeman, who are working extremely hard to make the vision of our new facility a reality. Designing a building that is as unique as the population we serve is incredibly important work, and we are thrilled to have HGA and Zeman on our team to turn our vision into a reality. I would love to give you a tour and to hear what gets you excited about our future. If you want to learn more about the building and find out how you can get involved to create a better future for our students and families, contact me, Carly Cordum. Thank you.
All right.
Why would a dictionary be in the middle of the hallway? That is a great question. You need that for your office.
I do need that for my office, you're right.
What do you guys think? I like it. I like it.
It was great.